I know my soul, I know my heart, I know my weakness, that's why I got to start taking up new roads, burning down old bridges. It's my control, it's my decision, 'cause I know what I want, I know what I want. Yeah, I want a revolution.
All right. Good morning or afternoon or evening or whatever time of day it might be in your part of the world. Today we're having a bonfire. So I don't know how this is going to work exactly. At some point I'm going to have to get up and add some wood and move things around, but that's part of it, you know? It's all about going with the flow, the yoga flow. So welcome to the bonfire pit. This is one of my favorite places to be in the whole wide world. People have been gathering around fires for millennia. And even now, in this time in 2020, when people gather around a fire, it's a time of gathering and storytelling and being a tribe, being all together. So we can't be together in the yoga studio, so let's be together around the fire. I'm probably going to get really hot once we start moving around. Make sure that I can take my sweater off. All right, you guys, let's come into a comfortable seat at the top of our mats. Grounding down. Take a deep breath in all the way down to the bottom of your tummy. And all the way out, breathing through your nose. On the inhale, lengthening through the spine, up through the neck, crown of your head reaching for the sky. Exhale, let your shoulders drop, let your chest deflate. Leave your crown high as you ground down through your sit bones. And just checking in with your physical body and taking note of all the places inside of you where you might be holding on to stress or tension, pain, anxiety, worry, anything. Give yourself a big inhale through the nose. Exhale fully and completely using your whole entire lung space. Maybe adding a little ujjayi breath, a little constriction in the back of your throat, a little Darth Vader breath on the exhale. Let's inhale both arms up into the air, palms facing each other. Exhale, bring it down through center. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, down through center. This one's different. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, bringing the right hand to the left knee and the left arm behind you like a strong second spine. Twisting open, looking over your left shoulder. Maybe giving that left knee a little tug with your right hand. Big, deep breaths here. Inhale, both arms up. Other side, bringing the left hand to the right knee and the right arm behind you. Twisting open, looking over your right shoulder. Twisting from the core, twisting from the shoulders. Maybe giving that right knee a little tug with your left hand. Inhale, both arms up into the air. Exhale, bring it down through center. Coming onto our hands and our knees. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Inhale, looking up at the sky, pressing the belly button down into the mat. Exhale, tucking your chin, arching your spine, pressing down through your shoulders and the palms of your hands. Inhale, looking up at the ceiling, pressing your belly button down into the mat. Exhale, tucking your chin, arching your spine, pressing down through your shoulders and the palms of your hands. Returning back into neutral. Take a peek over your right shoulder like you had a tail. Let those hips fall down to the left. Seal it with a breath. Bringing it back around into center. And looking over your left shoulder like you had a tail. Let your hips fall down towards the right. Big, deep breath here. Inhale, back up to center. Tucking your toes. Lifting your hips. Sending them up and back. Downward facing dog. We're going to hang out here for about 5 breaths. So get cozy, get comfy. Bend your knees, waking up the hamstrings. Let the muscles in your neck and your head relax. Give your head a gentle little shake. Yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. Pressing your chest to your thighs, hips to the sky. Looking up at your hands, step or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale halfway, long straight spine. Exhale all the way down to the floor. Inhale, rise up. Oh, sunglasses. Exhale, bring it down through center. All right. Inhale to rise, bringing it up tall and grabbing onto your left wrist with your right thumb and forefinger. Exhale, bending to the right, pulling that left arm along with you. Whoop. Spark from the fire. Option to pick up the left leg and just touch that toe down to the earth beside you. Big full breath, creating a long extension from the toe to the fingertips. Option to lift up that left leg up off the floor and just play with the balance a little bit. Just an option. Bringing everything back into center. Exhale, down through. Inhale, arms up. This time grabbing onto the right wrist with your left thumb and forefinger. Bending towards the left. Gently pulling the side body with you. Big full breath. Option to lift up the right foot, just touching the toe down to the earth. I'm getting smoked out. I didn't think about this part. option to lift up the right foot, playing with the balance a little bit. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, bring it on through. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, all the way down to the floor. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands flat. Step or jump back into plank. Holding your plank just for one breath. Elbows tucked in close, lowering all the way down to the floor. Inhale, peel it up, upward facing dog. Tucking your toes, lifting your hips, sending them up and back. Downward facing dog. Right leg comes up into the air, bending that knee, opening that hip to the side of the room. Gazing up underneath your left armpit. Swinging the right leg through, replacing that right hand with your right leg. Dropping the left down to the floor. Inhale to rise. Exhale, sending the hips forward and down. Cactus arms come out to the side. Ooh, smoky. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, open up to the right. Ooh. Right arm to the back of your mat, left arm to the front. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, open up to the left. Left arm to the back, right arm to the front. Don't lose that bend in your front knee. Inhale, back up to center. Both hands come down on the inside of this right foot. Hips are still coming forward and down. That right knee is directly over your right ankle. Arm bones are stacked on top of each other like pillars. Just hanging out here just for a moment. Feeling the sensation. We're going to keep the left hand flat, fingers spread out wide, twist it open with the right. Twisting your chest open towards the sky. Amazing. Exhale, coming back down to the earth. Tucking your toes behind you, lifting your hips, stepping back into that downward facing dog. Take a moment, take a breath, pulling that belly button into the back of your spine. Chest to your thighs, hips to the sky. Left leg comes up into the air, bending that knee, opening that hip to the side of the room. Gazing up underneath your right armpit. One more breath. Exhale, bringing the left foot, replacing your left hand with your left foot. Dropping the right knee down to the earth. Inhale, arms up into the air. Exhale, settle down into it. Sending those hips forward and down. Breathe. Cactus arms out to the side. Bringing your shoulder blades together behind you. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, open up to the right. Right arm to the back of the mat, left arm to the front. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, open up to the left. Left arm to the back of the mat, right arm to the front. Big full breath. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, both arms down on the inside of this left foot. Hips are still coming forward and down. Right knee, left knee directly over your left ankle. Arm bones stacked on top of each other. Like gravity, pull those hips down. The magic is when the pose does the work for you. This is a very yin philosophy. Let's keep the right hand flat this time. Twist it open with the left. Twisting that chest open towards the ceiling, towards the sky. I did not consider wind direction when I set up for this. Exhale, bring it back down to the earth, tucking your toes, lifting your hips, stepping back into downward facing dog. Big full breath. Looking up at your hands, step or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale halfway, long straight spine. Exhale all the way down to the floor. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring it down through center. All right, big step back with your right foot, opening up towards the long edge of your mat. Toes facing forward, side of your foot parallel with the side of the mat. Inhale, arms up into the air. Exhale, forward fold. Moving with your breath. With every inhale, rising up a tiny little bit, creating space in your spine, in your hamstrings. Exhale, folding forward. Big full breaths. Let's get a little bit comfortable here. We'll hang out for about 3 full breaths. One more deep breath. Inhale to rise, bringing it up strong, bending the right knee, and coming down into a half squat. Left leg extended out, grounding down through that heel, pulling the toes in towards your face. Big deep breath. Maybe playing with the balance here. Moving slowly. Maybe it's a one-hand day. Find your drishti, find your point of focus, somewhere still to rest your gaze. If your hands are up, bringing them back down to the earth. We're going to go right over to the other side, bending the left knee, extending the right. Grounding down through that heel, pulling the toes in towards your face. Maybe playing with the balance. Find your drishti, find a spot to rest your gaze. One more breath. Hands find the floor. Grounding down through that right foot, coming back up into your forward fold. Inhale to rise. Turning those toes out towards the corners of your mat. You can bring them in a little tiny bit here. We're going to inhale, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, squat it down. Make any little adjustments you need in your feet to help keep you balanced. Hands on your knees. Oh, we're so getting smoked out. Next time. This is how we learn. It's all good. That's why they call it a practice. Big, full breaths. Hands on your knees. We're going to drop the right shoulder down into the center. Left shoulder comes up into the air, twisting the chest open towards the ceiling. Breathe into that shoulder. Inhale, back up to rise, other side. We're going to drop the left shoulder down, right shoulder comes up into the air, twisting the chest open towards the ceiling. Big, full breath. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, bring it on through. Heel toe those feet back in together. Picking up the toes. Spreading them out, planting them down. Knees over ankles, hips over knees. Pelvis tilted forward, shoulders back and down. Chin parallel with the floor. Big deep breath. Grounding down into the earth. Feeling a band of energy coming through the floor, through your mat, through your legs, through your torso, out your throat, through the crown of your head, connected to the earth, connected to the sky. Picking up the right foot and resting it against your left, getting ready to balance. Yogi's choice, bringing it up to your calf, maybe to your thigh. Option for a half lotus. Using your arms in any manner at all that helps you feel more steady and secure. Whoop. Without dropping that foot, pick it up, give it a little hug into your body, rotate that ankle, wiggle your toes, holding it out in front of you, flexing the foot, pulling it in towards your face. Option, stay here, or grabbing onto your big toe and extending out. Now, you can bend this lifted knee as much as you like, as much as you need. You want to keep the standing leg straight. Pick it back up, give it a little hug, drop it down to the earth. Shake it out. Picking up the left foot, resting it against your right ankle. Yogi's choice. Whatever you did on the other side, try and do it on this side too. Keep that balance going on. Calf, thigh, half lotus. Using your arms in any manner at all that helps you feel more steady and secure. Find your drishti. Grounding down through that right foot. like you were velcroed, super glued to the earth. Feel the earth supporting you. Without dropping that foot, pick it up, give it a hug into your body, holding it out in front of you, flexing the foot, pulling those toes in towards your face. Option, stay here, or grab onto that big toe with your peace fingers and extend that leg out. Bringing it back in, hug it into your body, rotate those ankles, wiggle those toes, drop it back down to the earth. Shake it out. So getting smoked out here. Inhale, arms up into the air. Exhale, all the way down to the earth. Oh, caterpillar. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands flat, step or jump back into plank. Holding the plank just for one breath. Elbows tucked in close to your body, lowering all the way down to the floor. Inhale, upward facing dog, backs of your feet pressed against the mat, thighs lifted. Tucking your toes, lifting your hips, sending them up and back, downward facing dog. Right leg comes up into the air, swinging it forward, dropping that shin at the front of your mat, finding your pigeon. We're gonna get cozy here. Take your time, really take your time to find your sweet spot. Hips are facing forward, squared to the front of the room. Inhale, lifting from the chest, lifting from the sternum. Feeling an extension from the tips of your toes, all the way up your leg, all the way up the front of your thigh, all the way to the crown of your head. Inhale deeply. On your next exhale, starting to find your way down to the earth. You can come down onto your pillow, your blanket, your arms, whatever. Really allowing yourself to let go here. Let your hips be heavy. With every inhale, fill up your back body. Exhale, deflate, fold deeper. Let's take 5 deep breaths here. One more deep breath. And on the inhale, just starting to come back up, sitting tall. Tucking your toes behind you, lifting those hips, stepping back into downward facing dog. Take a moment here and consider the different feeling that you're experiencing on the 2 different sides of your body right now. Left leg comes up into the air, swinging it through, dropping that shin at the front of your mat. Really take your time, find your sweet spot. Hips are squared to the front of the room, to the front of your mat. Using your toes on your right leg just to pull it out straight behind you. Big full breaths, lifting from the chest. Long straight line from those toes all the way up the front of your thigh, to your shoulders, up your throat, out the crown of your head. And on the exhale, start to bring it back down to the earth. And we're going to hang out here for a little while. We'll try and keep it equal on both sides with every exhale. Allow yourself to fold a little bit deeper. Let your hips be heavy. And 3 more really deep breaths. Can you let go a little bit more? One more deep breath. On the inhale, starting to rise back up. Tucking those toes behind you. Lifting your hips. Stepping back into that downward facing dog. We're going to hop into the center of our mats into a squat. Toes facing out. Long straight spine. Hands come together in front of you, using your elbows to push out to the sides. And reaching your right arm out beyond your right knee. Left arm comes up into the air, creating a long diagonal line. Option to stay here or reach that left arm around the small of your back. If that feels good and you want to take it one step further, you can wrap your right hand around your knee and bind, grabbing the 2 hands together behind you. If you are binding, twisting that chest open towards the ceiling. One more breath. Gently release, coming back into center. Left hand reaches out beyond the left knee. Right arm reaches up in a long diagonal line. Option to stay here or reach the right hand around the small of your back. Twisting your chest open towards the ceiling. If you want to bind, go for it. Bringing the left arm around and joining your hands together. Twisting your chest open towards the ceiling. One more breath. Gently release. Take one breath in the neutral squat, dropping your bum down onto the mat. Joining your feet together in front of you, sole to sole. Long, straight spine. Shoulders back and down. Take a couple of breaths here before we move into the next part. Give your body time to gently find the space that it needs. Inhale together. Exhale, forward fold. Hanging out here. Give your toes a little wiggle wiggle. Inhale to rise. Coming up tall with your feet out in a big V. Grounding down through the heels. Pulling those toes in towards your face. Long, tall spine. And just hanging out here for a couple of breaths. There's a lot going on in the subtle movements of your body. Your legs are engaged, your heels are grounding down. Your spine is long and straight, supporting the weight of your torso. Inhale, arms up into the air. Exhale, forward fold. Coming into your version of that fold. Maybe you like to grab your feet or your toes. Maybe you just want to fold into a flat pancake. Or maybe you want to rest on a block or a pillow. Wherever you happen to be, take note of how it feels in your body. And what are you telling yourself about how that feels? Let's inhale to rise, bringing it back up tall and strong, and zip those legs together. Bringing the right foot up. Right arm behind us, like a strong second spine. Twisting open, looking over the right shoulder. With your palm facing away from you. Fingers spread out wide. This is the Hatha sun. Ooh, smoky. Gazing over your right shoulder. I'm looking over my left just because of the smoke situation. Gently unwind. Switching sides. Extend that right leg out. Bending the left knee, bringing it in close. Left arm behind you like a strong second spine. Twisting open, looking over your left shoulder. Palm flat, fingers spread out wide. Hatha sun. Twisting from the core, twisting from the shoulders. Gently release, crossing your legs in front of you. Inhale, arms up into the air, palms facing each other. Exhale, bring it down through center. Thank you for joining me in the backyard. Namaste.